Joseph lived in Egypt for the rest of his life, he and all his father's household.
Wait just a minute there, Huckleberry. This story is about Moses. Didn't we just do Joseph a few years ago?
Yeah, but Moses' story starts with Joseph.
Oh, I don't understand.
Joseph and his brothers were the beginning of the Israelites. Joseph brought his family to Egypt because of the famine, remember?
No.
Joseph lived to be 110 years old enough to...
But I still don't understand.
What don't you understand, honey?
What I don't understand is that Joseph was a great ruler in Egypt. How exactly did his family become slaves?
We'll get to that. Do you mind if we get back to the story?
Fine, carry on.
Now, where was I? One day, Joseph called all his brothers together.
I'm about to die. But God will someday come to us, come to you, lead you out of this land, and bring you back to the land that he swore to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But you must make an oath to me. Please, take my bones along with you when you go out of this land and back to our homeland.
Joseph's descendants never forgot what he said, but they could have never have known how much they would need it to be rescued from their lives in Egypt, or the kinds of amazing things God would do to bring them into the land he had promised them.
As we walk down this unfamiliar road, and although this road seems endlessly long, we know we're not alone. Our God will lead his people home. Surround!
not long before the entire generation was gone. But the Israelite people continued to multiply, just as God had promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They had children easily, and their numbers increased greatly. As their numbers increased, so did their strength, and eventually they filled the land. One day, a new king came to power, and he had no knowledge of Joseph.
Now that I'm in charge, we are going to be doing things a little bit differently. First of all, servant, why are we storing all of this grain? It is not cost effective.
Well, that started back when there was a famine. You see, the previous Pharaoh had a dream, and he,
Wait a minute. Another thing. These Hebrews, who are they?
Well, they're all descendants of Joseph, Pharaoh.
Who is this Joseph you speak of?
Well, Joseph was the one that was put in charge of all the grain storage places. You see, he died not long ago. He brought his family over here during the famine.
Wait a minute, hold it. Grain storage again. I am more concerned with these Hebrews. Where do they all come from?
Well, to begin with, Joseph's father only brought 70 descendants to start with. But over the years, they multiplied like crazy. They're very prolific. In fact, it's been like a Hebrew population explosion.
Well, the land is filled with them. There are way too many of these Hebrews for us Egyptians to control. We've got to come up with some sort of a plan, a way to control them. I mean, suppose there was a war. They might join our enemies. Or worse yet, they may just one day decide to walk off and leave us. Got to do, I know it. Write this down. A new decree. Go throughout my empire. Round up the Hebrews. Put them into work groups. Keep them busy. Have them build storage facilities for all this grain that we're growing. Go. Issue my decree.
Very well, sir. Very well. According to the decree of Pharaoh, you'll divide up into work gangs. You will build in 2 cities, Pitmouth and Ramoth, storage cities. This according to Pharaoh.
And how will we be paid?
Paid? You won't be paid, Hebrew. What? You will, because Pharaoh commanded it.
Oh, Isaac, it's time. It's time.
Are you going to have a baby?
Yes. Twins, actually.
2 at once?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of children.
And I have 4 more at home.
That's a lot of children. I think Pharaoh will be very interested in this.
Pharaoh.
Ah, Governor, nice to see you.
Thank you, thank you. I have done just as you asked. I have made slaves of all the Hebrews. I've had them build 2 cities for you.
Very good.
Yes, yes. There's one small problem.
A problem?
The harder they work, the more babies they have.
The harder they work, the more babies? Well, what are we going to do? I mean, what are we going to do about this?
I don't know. I don't know.
We have to do something. Making their life hard is not enough to reduce the Hebrew population.
Yes, Mr. Obvious. I can see this. So what do you suggest? What do any of you suggest?
How about the old number 6?
The old number 6. That's a terrible idea. Kidnapping all the Hebrew women? I mean, where are we going to put all these Hebrew women?
Actually, Pharaoh, you might be onto something. If we can stop them from giving birth, then we can control the entire population.
Yes. Maybe we can. That gives me an inspiration. What is the most important child to a Hebrew?
Yes. What is a boy.
That is correct. Yes, that is correct. It is a boy. So, all we have to do is go out and kill all the Egyptian boys when they are born. That will scare these Hebrew women from having any more children.
Pharaoh, that's a good idea, but what are we going to do with, how are we going to get rid of all of those boys?
Oh, Mr. Secretary, I already have this all figured out. Quick, fetch me the midwives to the Hebrews, Shiphrah and Puah. Bring them before me.
The midwives, Pharaoh? I don't understand how the midwives are going to help us. They help deliver babies. How are they going to get rid of the baby boys?
Oh, Mr. Secretary, stand back and watch how I, an emperor, defend my country, protect my people, and most importantly, protect me, the ruler of Egypt.
My king, Shiphrah and Puah.
Midwives, I have got a very exciting and important job for you to do. Yes, you're going to love this idea. Starting today, whenever a Hebrew woman calls you to help deliver a child, if it is a girl, take care of her and let her be born alive. But if it is a boy, I want you to kill that boy immediately. But make it look like it's a hard birth, so they will never suspect you. Do you have any questions? Then go, follow my command. That's how it's done.
Puah, can you do what Pharaoh has asked us to do?
No, I can't. I fear the God of the Hebrews.
Me too. If we do what Pharaoh has asked us to do, then I'm afraid the God of the Hebrews will not treat us kindly.
What? Men, follow me. Puah, Shiphrah, I have heard some very disturbing news. I have heard that all the Hebrew boys are still being born alive. Now, is there any truth to this?
Yes, it is true.
I thought I was very clear in this matter. I want those boys killed.
Yes, my king, but Hebrew women are different than the Egyptian women. They give birth before the midwives can arrive, and we couldn't kill the boys.
You have caused me a great disappointment. I want you out of my sight and out of my service immediately. You are dismissed.
Pharaoh, since the midwives weren't able to do their job, what are we going to do now?
Yes, very good question. What are we going to do now? I know, a new proclamation. I want it sent out throughout all of my empire. Throughout every reach of my empire. Every time a boy is born, I want that boy thrown into the Nile. Send that order out now. And follow me.
Jochebed, clearly we cannot keep this baby quiet for forever. The Egyptians are going to come, and when they find this Hebrew baby boy, they're going to kill all of us.
Amram, he is my son. I cannot throw him into the river.
I can't throw him into the river either, but I definitely can't risk losing you and Miriam.
Maybe someday God will bless us with another baby boy.
Perhaps. If I make a basket that will float, I could put the boy into it and place it in the river. We could hide it among the reeds during the day, and Mary could watch over him. Maybe that way we could keep him safe, at least a little longer.
Sure cries a lot. I wouldn't expect much, but it's worth a try.
Miriam, we have a very important job for you. This is what we're going to do. Come stop your crying, it will be all right. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart. No matter what they say, you'll be here in my heart always.
Where's that crying coming from?
It's coming from over there.
Oh, it's coming from that basket. Bring the basket to me.
Yes, my princess.
Oh, it's a baby. Oh, he is so cute. Hi, baby.
Why would anyone put a baby in a basket and put him in the river?
Oh, I know. It must be one of those Hebrew babies that they wanted thrown into the river. Well, we can't just throw him into the river. Oh, no. But I can't take care of him. I think he's hungry.
Excuse me, my princess.
Would you like me to go and get one of the Hebrew women for you to look after the baby?
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Go and find someone for me. Come stop your crying, it'll be all right. Just hold my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry.
My princess, I have one of the Hebrew women to look after the baby for you.
Princess.
I will pay you to care for the boy, and when he's older, bring him to me, and he will be my son, and I will call him Moses, because I drew him out of the water. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll